Hello and welcome to the Crafty Beggars Kitchen. It's February, the month of love, inspired of course by Valentine's, and we have a love-related make for you, make of the month.
We certainly do, and I love you, Jules.
I love you, Wendy.
Thanks. Right, now we've got that cleared up. It is a keepsake box. Now this might not look like a keepsake box at the minute, it looks like a book, but open it up and this is what you will see.
That's beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud of it, actually.
You should be.
It took me a long time, which you'll see in a minute. But I'm just going to go through the ingredients that you will need to make this. First of all, quite obviously, you're going to need some hardback books. Paperback books will not cut the mustard.
No, they won't. It's got to be hardback because it's got to look like it's not had anything tampered, you know, or done to it when it's closed. And a paperback, it does undergo some hard treatment.
It does.
And a paperback would show that.
So hardback books that you don't want anymore. For this particular one, I use gold and silver pens. You need a heart shape, which we'll get onto in a minute.
And that's just a pastry cutter, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a pastry cutter. PVA glue. And these are the important bits. You will need this scalpel knife. Do you want to tell me about this,
I do indeed. Now, this is a Fiskars soft grip art knife. That's what it's called, a soft grip art knife. And what it says about it is that it's a heavy duty knife for cutting paper, card, fabric and other materials. Die cast handle allows balanced control, which is very, very important because obviously you don't want any accidents.
Absolutely not. And the last bit is a heart-shaped hole punch, but we're going to come on to that later.
We are indeed.
We'll get round to that.
Okay, so shall I not read what it says about our scalloped
I wouldn't.
heart?
No, we'll get
It says very little.
Oh, go on then.
It just says a revolutionary punch with easy squeeze handles, reduces paper waste, transparent working, as you can see. Okay, and reduced force. Very little effort to punch even through heavy cardboard.
Perfectly said, Jules. Right, let's get on to it then. It's the heart we're going to show you today, but hand these over to you, Jules, because you've got a couple of surprises.
I have indeed. The reason I know about these here books is because a little while ago I did these. Now this one's just sort of a keepsake. Little treasure things. You can put whatever you like in them, basically. There's no rhyme or reason. You can take a Harry Potter book and theme it, put a little wand in it, or you know, some magic tricks or whatever.
Oh,
and this
I love that one.
Isn't that lovely? All on a summer's day. That's got love hearts in and just a little bit cut for the back. Just actually a sort of tablecloth thingy. Just a very old one. It was in holes with rust marks, and I thought, no, there's bits of it that I can use. But I haven't done a heart. So I want to know how you did the heart.
Okie doke, this is how you do it. I'm going to put this to one side for a second. Start off with your book of choice, which I've got a good themed red one here. Now, I've already, because of not wasting time here, this is the first thing you must do, is take your glue and a brush and PVA glue all round like that.
Yep.
And wait for it to dry, and then you've got a solid block there that isn't going to move, because if you don't do that, obviously once you start cutting into it, the paper will shift.
Yes.
That's the first thing you do. Now this I consider to be the perfect shape heart. This is an old, you know, greetings card somebody gave me, and you actually, Jules, showed me how to cut the perfect shape heart. And I don't mind saying it has changed my crafting life.
Oh, I am so glad. Are you serious?
Yeah, I am serious. I am serious, because you'd be amazed how often you use a heart and need to cut a perfect heart. And I am now willing to pass on the magic to you.
We're going to share it.
Yes, we're going to share it. So take a, you know, an old card, piece of card. Any old card will do.
Or paper.
Yeah, paper. Fold it in half like that. Don't push down or else you'll have a massive crease, which you may or may not want.
You don't want, usually.
You don't want it. And start from here. Depending how big you want your heart, cut up. And this is how to get it perfectly symmetrical, which of course, with hearts, you're doing them freehand, is the eternal problem. And that, I think you'll agree, is a beauty.
That is a beauty.
Isn't it?
It's smooth all the way around, perfectly symmetrical.
Love it. Right.
Okay.
That.
By the way, I think it's worth saying that if you hear some slurping noises, it's not Wendy and I having a surreptitious little drink. It's Barnaby, Wendy's guinea pig, who's over there and making rather a meal of his water barrel or whatever you call it.
He's called Barnaby Gonzalez Prince Toad. Anyway, we're getting off piece.
Less of which later.
Yes, right, okay. I'm actually going to I'm going to go back to my original heart because I did that quite big.
Okay.
And so I'm going to put that one.
And can I just ask at this
Yes.
juncture why you are not using said pastry cutter?
Yes, you can, because if I put that on there
Yeah.
like that and tried to cut round it with this scalpel, you can't actually get a hard edge. So what you could do, this is for people who don't want to freehand do a heart, is put that onto a piece of card
And draw around it.
it.
Yes.
It isn't actually for doing that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Or indeed, if you don't have a pastry cutter at home and you're not good at freehand, then you know now how to make a perfect heart.
You do. Let's get going. Right, so place it on the book, and now I'm going to stand up.
Oh,
I know.
steady the buffs.
Now, the reason for standing up, you're going to find it much easier to do because you actually, for this, want to be on top of it. Place your heart where you want the heart to be at the scalpel and literally trace it round. Now, this scalpel is extremely sharp, so you're going to have no trouble with just cutting through a few pages. And the crucial thing to remember here is that it's not a race. And you don't have to cut through loads of pages all at the same time. You know, you don't have to think, I'm going to do an inch in one go. To be honest, once you've done this, which I'll show you, once you've gone around it once or a couple of times, did you see that? So hopefully, that's just taken, you sort of made a start like that.
Do you know, Wendy, this is actually easier a heart, I think, than when you do the square, because with the square you've got to get into the corners.
Yes.
And actually all you've really got as a sort of corner
Is that
moment
and
is
this
that
bit?
and that bit.
Yes.
So you've got 2 rather than 4 points to negotiate, but basically it should be easier.
Absolutely.
Wow.
One thing I will say is make sure that you're always keeping the blade straight, because if you start doing that and cutting that way, you know, you're going to get an odd sort of shape to it. And to be honest, you're going to spend now about the next hour, 45 minutes, an hour, cutting through 2 or 3 pages at a time. So, in true fashion, of course, we're not going to sit here doing that in front of you. I think it's quite self-explanatory that you're going to end up, this is quite interesting, Jules, you're going to end up with a pile of these, aren't you?
Which
Yes.
are ingenious as coasters.
Coasters.
Under your coffee.
Huh?
Bunting.
Oh, I made a little lollipop. Like that. And I don't know what you could do with it. Put it in
That's beautiful.
something.
You could, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
you actually,
whatever.
It's rather a good fan.
Yes,
It's
whatever.
very good fun.
It's a decoration for something. Or, yes, as you say, Jules, I started some bunting.
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
don't throw these away.
Or
is
they
what
could
I mean.
even be tags for presents. Pop
Absolutely.
a little, using a hole punch. Fiskars do lots of different sizes, shapes, hole punches.
Table confetti.
Table confetti.
Yeah. Oh, and I tell you
The
what.
world's your
Oyster. You're
cut-out book.
You cut out. Absolutely. Let's get the original back.
Yep.
Because you grab hold of this.
Yes.
You've demonstrated that. Of course, what you can use is spare pieces of paper. Or
Yes.
it's for some of your decoration.
And what you're going to do here is do that, and you go as simple as that, and you've got your lovely little scalloped heart, which is so pretty.
Really nice.
Really, really nice. And then you can even use that. You could cut round there again and use that as well.
Use that as a decoration. And just to finish off on this, because, you know, this really is quite a simple concept. When you've finished cutting out the heart, don't forget to PVA glue round here. I just cut out this. It's an image I found on the internet. Cut that out, popped it in.
Beautiful.
I got my gold and silver did a few
Yep.
random things.
And what's so
And
clever?
really, that's that.
Well, what's so clever though about this book, Wendy, was actually that it has pink
I know,
inside,
yes.
which is beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
But you can find books, you know, and theme it. You can find books with a love-related title, whatever.
They all come out differently, and I think the nice thing about it is, Jules, is that you can either have it as a sort of, you know, treasure book, secret book.
Yeah.
Keep a few spare keys in there.
Yes.
Keep a little
Keep
love
some money in
note,
there, spare money.
A nice pair of earrings,
Yep.
cufflinks. You know, if you're going to make
Whatever.
it into a present, this could be
Yes.
like a box.
Or just even a few, again, love hearts, a little love token.
Cherry
or
lips.
a message. Cherry lips.
A lovely romantic.
Lovely message.
Lovely.
Whatever you do, have a lovely time.
Yes, have
in
a
this
lovely time doing
month
this.
of love.
Yes, and remember that when you've had a go, please send us the results of your efforts.
Exactly. And be as careful as possible because this is very, very sharp. That's why it's so good.
See you next time.